This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Always a treat to be in Scotland, Frank, and at one of the oldest golf clubs in the world, Royal Troon.
It's getting close to 150 years old. It was first established all the way back in 1878. Actually, the original golf course only had 5 holes on it. But over the Open Championship roster, this has probably been the most successful, or provided the most success to American players. The last 6 Open Championship winners were all American.
Has one of the most famous holes in all of major championship golf, the 123-yard par 3 8th. It's known as the postage stamp, and one of the legends had a really nice moment there many years ago.
The late Gene Sarazen, the Squire, he had a little ace there, all televised too, and it was a great way to remember his phenomenal career. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Second shot, good look at the green.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Settles in over the putt.
Oh, great start.
And now he has this for the birdie.
Oh, good start.
Frank, another great example of links golf. It's not a particularly long hole, but there is trouble if you hit it offline.
Yeah, there's a bunker down there at about 280 yards that has to be avoided. Only the long hitters, or perhaps the wind behind your back, is the reason to take that bunker on.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here, because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here. Really. This is an awkward length.
Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. See if he's up to the task. Trying to win the hole here. He wins the hole. Mark a birdie on the card. Now at the third hole here at Royal Troon, and Frank, another sort of short par 4, just 379 yards.
Yeah, simplicity's the key here, Rich. You don't really want to hit the ball more than 280 yards. Reason why is there's a burn there. And then from there, still only a wedge into a green that has 2 tiers. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Frank, this one is right and is wrong. That's a bit offline in the rough. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That will be a great look at birdie. We have 115 yards to the hole.
Rich, I remember back in 1997 playing alongside Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. Do you know what he shot that day?
It was low. It was a great round, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the lowest round he's ever shot in the Open Championship. 64 to be precise. Justin Leonard went on to win the Open Championship that year.
And getting ready for the putt. What a putt. Just missed, Frank.
That's cruel.
It's a pretty big putt right here to win the hole. And that gives him the hole. Good putt. Hole number 4, Frank. Can you cut the corner on the tee shot on this dogleg right par 5?
Well, Rich, you have to guarantee you can carry the ball at least 280 yards. That bunker that protects that side is the big problem if you go down the right. There's something about a well-hit shot.
.315. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Nice position, short grass, second shot.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there. Well, with a good shot here, Rich. I tell you, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Setting up for an approach shot here. He wins the hole. Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Now to the par 3 fifth. Frank, what are you trying to do here?
Really, anything on this green is going to give you a birdie putt. So allow for the bounce and roll. Just avoid those 3 bunkers on the left and that short one right.
Good looking shot right here.
Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
Didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. Getting set now over the putt. That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Good effort and good par putt. If he makes it, he wins the hole. And that gives him the hole. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
All right, Frank, how about the sixth hole? Long par 5.
Yeah, 3 bunkers off the tee. Avoid those. But if you hit a good one, certainly reachable.
Well, this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Second from an excellent lie. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. Man, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Could it be? Well, that just brings a smile to your face, puts a little pep in the step when you make them from downtown. This from about 10 feet. Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. A couple of bunkers down the left, 2 down the right, but it's links golf, so you know where you got to go. That's in between them. Oh, it's fine.
Frank, you've competed in a lot of match play events, the President's Cup, for a number of years. Just give us a little primer on match play.
For a start, Rich, the psychology is different. In stroke play, obviously, every single shot counts. But in match play, each hole is its own identity. and therefore, if you win more holes than me, then you're going to win the match. But consequently, there's a different psychology as well in match play. You can make an 8 on a hole. It's virtually irrelevant by the time you tee it up on the next hole. One of the keys to match play, straight driving and good short putting, because the pressure always comes on off the tee, trying to put the ball in play. And then in match play, that last putt, no matter how short or long it is so definitive on the result of that hole relative to your opponent.
This is the second shot at the par 4. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Frank, there's an old basketball announcer who used to say when a ball went in and out of the cylinder just the way that one did, he would say, ringtail howitzer. And that one just didn't go in. He wins the hole. And at last, he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a bit offline here, Frank, but not too bad.
You don't know if it's the wind or just the lie there. Should be okay.
"13 feet away.
Good read, good line, well played.
He has this for a birdie. Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. One bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that, but it's not that you're trying to carry it, it's you're trying to cut the ball off that.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Well, that sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 9th. Second shot coming out of the rough here. From the rough, just a bit to the right, though.
The ball always starts where the club face is pointing. And this one, just right of the intended line.
80 yards to the pin here. Little wind at his back. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. And getting ready for the putt. Oh, he's going to love it. Great putt. Not a gimme, but well within his range. You always like that. Count it as a birdie. Frank, 10th hole, what's the best way to go at it?
Well, it's a blind tee shot, so you've got to take it over those sandhills, but then you've got to hit the ball at least 260, 270 in the air. And then there is a run out as well, over 300 yards down there. You don't want to go too far off the tee. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Good contact, good result. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
I'm thinking about 90 yards from here. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Second shot. Good look at the green.
It's no snack though.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
It's a pretty big putt right here to win the hole. And that gives him the hole. Well, thank you at last. A birdie. That was a long time coming, Frank.
Yeah, finally he strung some shots together. Now, if all of a sudden he can do the same on the next hole, he might just get a run going. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
That's well played, and now a good look at birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Oh, painful lip out. This is a good putt.
Absolutely can't believe it. I thought that thing was stone dead in the center. If he makes it, he wins the hole. He wins the hole. And he has it for birdie. Frank, how do you size up the 12th hole here at Royal Troon?
Well, first look at 430 yards, you'd think it'd be a rather easy par 4. But that's not really the issue. The issue is gorse right and left.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
About 110 yards to the flagstick, and that's where the hole is, right at the bottom of it. coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Now a 7-footer. Wow, he needed that, Frank, in the worst way.
Interesting to see what's ahead from now, whether that was just a flash in the pan or the start of something good.
You love to watch him disappear, don't you? Frank beginning to head towards home. This is the 13th of par 4.
Another dogleg right. Problem isn't really the tee shot here, even though there's undulations and mounds all over the fairway. Second shot's played uphill to an elevated green.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle. Rich, with a lie like that on the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Getting set now over the putt. Wow, what a birdie. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Has it. That's birdie. Frank, what kind of par 3 is the 14th here?
You can get sucked in here. Just 180 yards, which isn't considered that long. But if you look too much at the front of the green, you're going to see that's where the protection is.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. It's 180 yards now to the flagstick. Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Shouldn't be a problem here. Seems to really have the touch today. He can win the hole in this putt. And that gives him the hole. And at last he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. It's second round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
This is a good-looking shot. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's a good birdie right there. And to 4 under par for the championship. Here at the par 3 second hole, just about 170 yards. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
That birdie will help, Frank.
Certainly moving into the top half, that's for sure. And starting to narrow that number down in front.
Frank, plenty of scoring opportunities in the early portion of this golf course. We're now at a par 5, the third hole, and it's only 528 yards.
You can see why we're going to see a lot of people perhaps being 3 under through the first 3 holes, Rich. This par 5 bending to the right, very reachable. You just keep that tee shot nice and high off the tee, let it carry as far as possible.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, so many variables in any golf shot, but one of the most important, obviously, is club selection.
People often just blindly grab a club, right? They look at a yardage, they go, I'm going to hit the same club. But what about if you're uphill, downhill, end of the breeze, all those other things? And where's the flag? This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Almost. Wow. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Now to another par 3. This is the 4th hole, 192 yards, way down the hill.
It's going to play closer to 170 yards, Rich. You're going to have to reduce that distance by at least a couple of clubs. And consequently, if you hit one hanging up in the air, if you get a breeze that goes through that valley, it's going to start to sort of move that ball around. So just keep your eyes open there where that breeze is coming from. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here. And he's made the green. And getting ready for the putt. Good effort and good par putt. Frank, what's the key here at the fifth hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers, first one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, you should be able to aim at that and not reach it.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up.
Remember, out of the rough, expect the ball to jump forward a little bit. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Something about this hole, it has not been kind. Bogey yesterday and staring at another one today. Good putt. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 sixth hole, reasonably short at 373 yards, a lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. If you can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands, it's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
And it makes the green in regulation. I'll tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. Do you know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards if you belt one off the tee. Well, you might avoid the bad luck.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's certainly a tough test out there right now for these players.
They get your attention, don't they, as a player?
They have club selection right now, vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit?
If you're going to hit it down.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
All right, Frank, it'd be fun to watch the players have a go at this second shot here at the par 5-7.
Yeah, this green is well protected left and right by those bunkers, but thread the needle and, well, you might just net yourself another birdie or an eagle.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Looks like he just misread that. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So just a formality here. So another bogey on the scorecard. And Frank, what happened this week?
I think it's a week to forget, Rich.
Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water. Frank, only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Just 5 feet left. Wow, I thought that was in. Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This is a case of anything that could go wrong. Not just probably, it did.
So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Wouldn't say that was his best, but not bad either. On the green and with a putt. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. Coming off a bogey here yesterday, chance to make it right. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, we begin this back nine with a real test. It's a 218-yard par 3.
And it's very easy to get lulled into the shape of that lake there on the right side and try and hit a cut in here. But that cut's going to work against the natural shape of the hole. If anything, a nice high draw. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Locked in on the read and the speed. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
On the tee here at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4. Is this a drive you like to hit, Frank?
It certainly is, Rich, but it's a little narrower than what your eye first sees. And the reason why, there's a tree sort of another 40, 50 yards down the right side past that bunker. So if you hog that right side, that tree can become a little bit of a problem for the second shot. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Frank's second shot here at 11 is pretty short, but it can be tricky.
It can. The various different levels. The highest point on the green is that back left. It does roll down to that right side, and then, of course, there's the front portion in the middle. So you've got to be just cognizant of trying to fly the ball the right distance. But when that flag is in the back left, to err a little on the left side, not such a bad thing.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Great strike and a great result. Setting up, good chance to attack the flag. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Finally, something happens that's good.
That's a nice shot right there. Par 3 13th, it's 225 yards. Frank, you happy walking out of here with a 3?
Yeah, take a 3, go to the next hole, unless it's match play.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Frank, I'm sure it feels good to get some red numbers on the card, but this tournament is probably too far out of reach at this point.
No question.
Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
It certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right. So the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here. After that good tee shot, Rich, it's time to take full advantage of it.
And this is one where he can really go after the whole location and maybe think about making birdie. Frank, take us down. Give us the player's eye view on this second shot here at 14.
I kind of like a second shot a little lower than normal here. It just seems to shape up to this green. Obviously, you're protecting against going left while you're trying to go directly at the flag. So just something a little lower than normal, I think, there you go.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Frank, the good players continue to play good golf, even if they're not winning or in the top 5.
Yeah, that position's starting to look a little brighter than what it was at the beginning of the day. Now in the top 25.
Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. And getting ready for the putt. Well, that's how you keep a round going. Make putts just like that. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunker should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Has his par. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards of par 4, that is, you know you're going to get a short on your iron. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier. I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
And it makes the green in regulation. These putts keep the round together.
All things pointed to a good week. Birdie, they're very important right now.
Playing some good golf. Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
It's no snack, though.
Hold on, maybe there is a chance for the win. That eagle moving the player into the top 10.
Just when we're focused at the top of the leaderboard, there's a lot of movement there in the middle of the field.
2 rounds in the books, Frank, and a good spot from which to make a move.
Yeah, well positioned. Really, if you're leading, it's a different pressure. Being in the chaser pack there, playing well, what a great position to go into with 2 rounds to go.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live 3rd round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in on our featured golfer here at the first. Frank, it's a different feeling on the first tee on a weekend, third round of a championship like this than, say, in the first round, isn't it?
You know you've got the grips of the golf course. You know the holes that are birdieable out there. More importantly, too, you know how well you're playing. It's all in front of you. Sport, especially like this at the highest level.
Now the approach shot here at the par 4 first.
Generous green, just a little bit uphill. Not minute, really. Big green to hit into, though.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today.
And just moving that much closer to the leader now, Rich.
Frank, how about the par 3 second hole?
The first of 5 par 3s the players will play today, Rich. This one's surrounded by bunkers, but certainly one of the shorter par 3s. So with a good tee shot here, you can imagine you could easily get a putt inside 10 to 15 feet for birdie.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
Frank, a solid par right there, maintains his position. So a par 4 to open, then a par 3, and now Frank here at the third, a par 5 at 528 yards.
And you get to see everything very early on in the round. Dogleg left first hole, par 3 second, and now a long dogleg right, par 5. With a good tee shot, though, you can definitely reach this hole in 2.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
He'll be pretty happy with that one. About 20 feet away, in a good spot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. That had to really hurt Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Clean this up with a tap. That's good work. That's a good par right there. Now to another par 3. This is the 4th hole, 192 yards, way down the hill.
It's going to play closer to 170 yards, Rich. You're going to have to reduce that distance by at least a couple of clubs. And consequently, if you hit one hanging up in the air, if you get a breeze that goes through that valley, it's going to start to sort of move that ball around. So just keep your eyes open there where that breeze is coming from.
That will be a great look at birdie. 10-foot putt left. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par.
Just a little bit of a misread there. We surmise.
Good putt. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par threes, a short par five, and that opening par four. Now at the fifth hole, 424-yard par four.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, what are you thinking about on this approach here at the fifth?
Once again, with a good drive, you're left with a scoring club. By that I mean a short iron. Gives you a lot more options and a lot more flags you can go at. Even with a flag in the back left with a scoring club in hand, you can virtually just go straight at that. The ball will not kick too much once it hits the green.
Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. That is some good work right there. Birdie and one shot closer to the lead. Frank, the sixth here at Banff Springs, a good little hole, isn't it?
It is very tempting, very easy to sort of just stand up there and wail away with the driver and get caught. This is a generous fairway. You could hit any club down there and you're not going to have a problem with the second shot. So it's just trying to find a yardage that you're comfortable with.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Little redemption chance here, had bogey yesterday.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Well, Frank, this is the longest hole on the golf course, 602 yards, obviously a par five, though guys like Rory have to be thinking about making an easy four, getting home in two.
Yeah, you referenced it. Longest hole on the golf course. Yet Rory McIlroy still reached it in two. That's fine.
Frank, you've played golf all over the world. What are your impressions of Banff Springs?
It's nice, Rich. I was actually in Calgary many a year ago, and I'm disappointed I never got to play the Banff golf course. Getting to see it today, it's one that I would have put on my bucket list.
Wow, what a day. Every green hit in regulation. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Putt for par. Needs one. Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. And that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a bogey on this hole yesterday. Frank, you can feel the momentum shifting.
You can. It might look tight at the top at the moment, but you definitely get the impression we're going to see a change in the lead very soon.
Beautiful birdie right there.
Oh, if this is up, it's good. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Frank, as we get set now for this second shot to the par 5 ninth, what are the options for the player?
The biggest thing to take into account, Rich, is just the general terrain in front, because you can always use that to your advantage. I know the green pitches from left to right. You've got two choices. Just sort of aim it a little bit left, let it kick down the hill, or just try and sort of turn it back towards the flag.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Well, you hate to miss from that distance. He's made it. Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of shoot of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
Birdie try up next. Settles in over the putt. Kind of a tricky read. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
It doesn't go in, you got to add another one to the scorecard.
And that's where the golf ball's just staring at you and mocking you and laughing at you.
You know deep down it's smiling too, don't you?
So just a formality here. But you can't afford to give away strokes coming down the stretch. On the tee here at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4. Is this a drive you like to hit, Frank?
It certainly is, Rich, but it's a little narrower than what your eye first sees. And the reason why, there's a tree sort of another 40, 50 yards down the right side past that bunker. So if you hog that right side, that tree can become a little bit of a problem for the second shot.
That's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. So close, just a tap in from there. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. And with that par, moves into second place.
Just a mere shot behind.
Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Frank, another scoring opportunity here with this second shot at the 12th.
There certainly is. Even when they stick the flag all the way in the back, which is the hardest hole location, you can still get at it with a short club. Nice sort of rolling, gentle terrain on this green, so chances are you're going to have a putt with a little bit of break in it.
Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Well, Frank, here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first two-thirds of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you can have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum for birdie.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop. Second shot.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Getting set now over the putt. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. Cleans that up in the hole. On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards. And what's the right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. So a tester from 4 feet. Well, a missed opportunity, no doubt. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Well, now the par 4s begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help go a little further. It does go downhill considerably, so you get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that.
.315. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. These putts keep the round together. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
And he makes it for par. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Good contact, good result.
Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Now to the second shot here at the 16th. And Frank, what's ahead?
Minimally uphill, but it actually plays uphill. The reason why is because all that front section of the green rolls back towards the player. So you've got to carry the ball all the way to the flag.
Good looking shot right here. Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. That is some good work right there. Birdie and one shot closer to the lead. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards of par 4, that is, you know you're going to get a short on your eye. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Grab the fire extinguisher. Put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air. Long just met longer.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Frank, how about the second shot now to the 17th?
Well, the nice layback off the tee means you have a full shot in. You can go at virtually any flag now.
That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you can't reach.
Always want that last drive of the day to be a good one, and they've done it. That is excellent. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
That's an absolute beauty.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Good third round, Frank, and a good spot heading to the final 18.
Yeah, to be in the top 5 right now, the caliber of this field, know that your game is good enough too, and a legitimate chance of taking home the trophy come tomorrow night. This really is what all those hours on the range contribute to, this moment right now.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today, it's the final round of the Mountain Shootout. We start off here at the first with a par 4, 414 yards. Frank, what's the key to playing this hole?
You could hit driver or 3-wood down there. Their only real concern, that bunker a long way down the left side. 3-wood would never reach that. And just a short iron in to a relatively flat green. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
Well, Frank, he needed that birdie. Had to have it.
Now only trailing by 2, Rich.
Frank, it's always nice to begin a round with a little variety. We had a relatively short par 4 opening hole and now a par 3 to back it up.
You can see why short iron play is going to be paramount today, Rich. Short iron into the first hole and a chance here to hit another short iron into a short par 3. So you can get off to a very fast start.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? And that drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Frank, how about the first par 5 on the golf course here at the third? Just a shade under 530 yards. Good birdie opportunity?
It certainly is. There's 3 bunkers just down that left side. Avoid those, and this par 5, very reachable. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Second shot here in the par 5 third at Banff Springs.
Even though the green's protected by bunkers on the left, everything sort of kicks from the player's right to the left. So you can land that ball in the right section of the green, allow it to feed towards the flag.
That's a bit offline in the rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie.
You'd like that one again.
Wow, I didn't expect that. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This would give him a bogey. Well, you can't afford to give away strokes coming down the stretch. Well, Frank, no doubt this is one of the most photographed holes in all of golf.
Yeah, Devil's Cauldron. Just get to the front of the tee there. Get the camera out. The vistas there are amazing. You see the mountains in the background. This green surrounded by the pine trees. Of course, if you like a lake or two, there's a lake just in front of that green. Just to give you that little color of blue in the snapshot you're going to take.
Like to look at him, not swimming. Certainly not fish golf balls out. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron. That's right, a 3-iron on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sandwich. Amazing. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Set now for the second shot, par 4 5th.
Just be aware of where the flag is. If it's cut in that front section, you definitely want to carry the front of the green. Hole is a little more difficult when they start to push that flag in the back left. You can see it narrow up there.
This is a good-looking shot. Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
It's the beautiful part of golf. Brand new day, new hole. Remember, he made a bogey here yesterday, this time for birdie. And that's a birdie. Frank, you played at the highest level all over the world. What was a comfortable yardage for you on holes like this?
I actually had a club, believe it or not, but just the grooves on it, it would go 105 yards. It was a lofted sand on, whether it was out of the first cut or up or the fairway. So if I could hit it around 100 yards, I could almost hit that distance with my eyes closed. After that, 70 yards was the next one. So everybody has that little sort of sweet spot with the wedge.
So that means on a hole like this, you were looking for something off the tee in the 265 to 270 range, and that would put what club in your hand?
Just in those days, it was a 53-degree sand on. Yeah.
That one was running so hot. Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Getting set now over the putt. So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. So a tester from 4 feet. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. Do you know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, you might avoid the bad luck.
They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could compound very, very quickly, so now's a chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. In the hole, and a birdie. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. And that flag's on the right. It's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3/8. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5. Interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one, not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one, you have to be a little bit careful, though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
Frank, a lot of exciting shots on this opening side, and here we go again, second to this par 5 ninth.
Got to look at the green down the other side, Rich. Pitches a lot from left to right, so two choices. You can hit a normal shot, you've got to aim that a little left of that flag. Either that or draw it back towards the flag and into that uphill slope.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
Now it's at sneaky distance.
That was just a lousy putt right there. No other way to say it. And getting ready for the putt.
Given the situation, Rich, things so tight at the top. Very, very good birdie.
That was huge right there. Still with a great chance to come away with this title. That is how it's done, right there. What an approach shot. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Just a couple of feet. Good effort and a good par putt. So off the long par 3/10, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank's second shot here at 11 is pretty short, but it can be tricky.
It can. The various different levels. The highest point on the green is that back left. It does roll down to that right side, and then, of course, is the front portion in the middle. So you've got to be just cognizant of trying to fly the ball the right distance. But when that flag is in the back left, to err a little on the left side, not such a bad thing. Too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. All right, Frank, another chance to make something happen here at the 12th.
You could come in here a little low, try and skip it back towards the flag as it starts to narrow up to the back of the green. But anything a little underneath the flag, maybe slightly to the right of it, is going to be a better place to putt from.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is a beauty, a real beauty. Settles in over the putt. Right off the edge. Wow.
That hurts.
So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Thirteenth hole, par 3, 225 yards and heavily bunkered around that green, Frank.
It is, but that green gets narrower as the hole gets longer. Nothing wrong with hitting the ball sort of the middle part of the green here.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch.
Second shot.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey, drop shot here at the 13th. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Oh, man, just slides by. And only a tap in left. Good putt. He has to make this for a double bogey. Frank, that is absolutely demoralizing. A big number, a double bogey at this stage of the tournament. Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
Yeah, it certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right. So the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here.
Frank, what are we looking at on this approach shot here at the 14th?
This 14th green just built up a little bit. Got to be careful you don't miss this green on the left side. It'll just kick all the way down, and it'll be a difficult little chip up the hill. But once again, second shot's not too long.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. Frank, a solid par right there, maintains his position. Frank, looking out here on the 15th hole, this looks like a spot where you could really crank one that you could tell your buddies about.
It's another hole that suits a player that hits the ball right to left. It's no surprise to see why Rory McIlroy plays well around here. Nice, big, high towering draw. It's going to go that extra yardage because of the elevation.
Frank, that one is long. And it is straight.
Well, in baseball, that's a home run. In golf, that is a huge advantage over everybody else that plays the game. You imagine just teeing up on every hole knowing that you've got 20 or plus yards over your fellow competitors?
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point. I'm loving that balance.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
I mean, really, on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one, short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarcee, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here and the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, how about the second shot now to the 17th?
Well, the nice layback off the tee means you have a full shot in. You can go at virtually any flag now.
Get down. Lay down. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Nothing wrong with that par putt. Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs. 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of 2 things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble. He needs some sort of miracle putt.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
How did that not go in?
Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. Just a little tap in here. Looks like par may not be good enough to get the job done here.
Yeah, big change in the top of the leaderboard. Get another birdie, so pushes them back to second.